Welcome back, everyone. The iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 6s Plus came out a few years ago, so let's go and see how they compare in 2022. Now, I will definitely tell you between these two, the 8 Plus is probably the better way to go, but the 6s Plus is a cheaper version of the 8 Plus that some people may actually prefer. But I would definitely tell you, I would not recommend buying an iPhone 6s Plus anymore. That will kind of spoil the whole entire video. But if you want to find some iPhones I would recommend this year, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, side by side, you can definitely see they definitely look more similar than not. They both have 5.5-inch panels on the front, both 1080p, but the biggest difference is with the iPhone 8 Plus, not only do you get a different coloring model, you also do get True Tone within this display. Now, is that super cool? Well, it really depends. I like True Tone a lot. It's a really cool feature that Apple added, I think, with this generation. I think it came with iPads before, then they brought it with this one or something like that, and it helps like warm down the display. If you look at something like the iPhone 8 Plus or the iPhone 8's display, it is significantly better looking, I would say, than the previous generation because of the warming and the color profile they added. So with the iPhone 8 Plus, that was a big thing for sure. With the 6s Plus, I mean, this was the second 5.5-inch panel they made at this time, and I definitely do think it still looks pretty okay. I think this is an aftermarket display or something because the colors look a lot more blue, but I definitely do think Apple didn't really drop the ball. This one came out back in 2015, so this phone is approaching 7 years old, and for it to still work and turn on and still be pretty decent and still be supported with software, it's actually pretty impressive in my opinion. Now, in terms of thickness and thickness, there's a little bit of a different design. You can see that, I think with the iPhone 8 Plus, it looks a little bit better, but they both look pretty good. They're both kind of the same thickness as well. And on the back, you do have the aluminum back on the iPhone 6s Plus. That still looks very good. With my iPhone 8 Plus, very cracked. I mean, I drop this thing all the time, and it cracked even more than it was already cracked before. But you do get a dual camera setup on the iPhone 8 Plus, which is nice. With the iPhone 6s Plus, a single camera lens, but I definitely do think the iPhone 8 Plus is a substantially better lens because you do have more than just the extra lens. You do have a lot more features built in as well. Now, with the iPhone 6s Plus, you do have a headphone jack down here, which I think is cool, but most people don't really use headphone jacks anymore. They usually have like wireless headphones, but that kind of covers it up on the outside. I guess another big thing, the iPhone 8 Plus does have wireless charging and IP certification, so that may be another big thing that a lot of people want to use on a phone like this. So that's another pretty big deal, at least in my opinion. So now this does kind of take us to the software longevity side. Now with the iPhone 6s Plus, this thing got many more versions of software, more than its predecessor, which was the iPhone 6 Plus, and I still think that's a really good thing. I'm glad this iPhone got supported for that long, but it looks like this thing is ending support very soon. So because of that, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to buy this iPhone because it may be ending support much sooner than you would ever think. With the iPhone 8 Plus, although it is 2 years old or 2 years newer than the iPhone 6s Plus, this iPhone is realistically going to be lasting a longer period of time. So you probably want to buy the iPhone 8 Plus pretty much only because of that. You're getting some more features here and there, like, I think a better looking phone with the glass in the back and everything, but you're definitely getting a longer lasting phone on the iPhone 8 Plus than the iPhone 6s Plus. So that's the main reason why I would recommend buying this phone over that phone in my opinion. So that covers it up there. Now let's go and hit on the speed and do a speed comparison between them. So the 6s Plus has that Apple A9 chip inside of it with 2 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 8 Plus has that Apple A11 Bionic chip inside of it with 3 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is a faster iPhone between both of these. Okay, there we go. All the apps are cleared out in the background as you guys can see. So let's get into it. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. The iPhone 8 Plus definitely faster there. Music 3, 2, 1. And definitely the iPhone 8 Plus was faster, followed by the iPhone 6s Plus. Scrolling through here, probably around the same thing. Clicking here, I guess we're probably going to be around the same thing as well. So let's go and hop out of this one. Let's go and get into our camera application 3, 2, 1. The iPhone 8 Plus was faster, followed by the 6s Plus. App Store 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 8 Plus again is the faster one. So this is a good sign. I'm glad that the iPhone 8 Plus is showcasing to us that it's a faster phone. We want it to be faster. We do not want the older phones to be faster in any way. So it looks like the iPhone 8 Plus was faster here too. Let's do mail 3, 2, 1. Again, the 8 Plus was faster, followed by the iPhone 6s Plus. Clock 3, 2, 1. Again, the iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone 8 Plus is faster. Let's go ahead and do Apple TV 3, 2, 1. A little bit of a delay on the iPhone 8 Plus I saw, but let's see if that has an issue here. Oh, they both were kind of neck and neck. They both loaded up into 2 different panels as well. Let's go and hop out of there. Let's do settings 3, 2, 1. And even in like an app like settings, it was still faster on the iPhone 8 Plus. So again, that could be a good sign for something like the iPhone 8 Plus to be that much faster, even in slight applications like that. Let's go ahead and do notes, 3, 2, 1. Now I don't think I've opened up notes on either one of these phones. Well, it looks like I did on the iPhone 8 Plus. Hopping out of this one, let's do stocks, 3, 2, 1. Almost instantaneous on the 8 Plus, but we did have a little bit of a pop-up on this iPhone as well, so we kind of have to give it a little bit of slack there. You can do health, 3, 2, 1. And I think the iPhone 8 Plus may have been a little bit faster there too. Let's go into photos, 3, 2, 1. And again, I think the iPhone 8 Plus was the faster one there as well. Hopping out of here, let's go and get into kind of load up an app, or load up a photo, 3, 2, 1. About the same thing, kind of scrolling in and out. Pretty much the same type of thing as well. Hopping out of here, I do want to demonstrate to you like the closing out of the application feed or whatever with the home button. 3, 2, 1. And totally butchered that, so let me go and try it again. 3, 2, 1. Pretty much the same thing. There's not really a big deal. Let's do double click. 3, 2, 1. Pretty much the same thing as well. Yeah, so the home button is about the same thing. So when it comes down to the speed of these two without wasting anybody else's time, I can definitely tell you the iPhone 8 Plus is a much faster phone. Even scrolling through here, you can see a much smoother experience on something like the iPhone 8 Plus than on the iPhone 6s Plus. So if you're planning on getting a phone, that's another big reason why I'd probably recommend buying the iPhone 8 Plus over the 6s Plus pretty much any day right now. So that kind of covers it up there. Let's go and hit on the cameras. Now, like I mentioned, the iPhone 6s Plus single 12 megapixel lens on the back, iPhone 8 Plus dual camera setup. So you have the ability of zooming in and pretty much zooming in even more on the 8 Plus with its telephoto lens. You can do 4K on the back of both, but only 4K at 30 on the iPhone 6s Plus, 4K at 60 on the iPhone 8 Plus, only 720p on the front of the iPhone 6s Plus, 1080p on the front of the iPhone 8 Plus as well. Now, I think the iPhone 6s Plus camera is still pretty decent. It's definitely not a bad camera for its age, but it's definitely not, I would say it's a good camera for its age, but it's not really a good camera anymore. This thing lacks a lot of cool features. We have no cinematic mode, no portrait mode, no 4K at 60 on the front and back. I mean, this is a pretty dated camera. On top of that, the biggest thing that I've had to deal with this specific camera is the graininess. There is a ton of grain within these photos that even if it had all those features that I mentioned, it would still be a grainy image that you would have to deal with. So that is one really big thing to keep in mind. With the iPhone 8 Plus, on the other hand, I definitely do think this is a much better camera, especially now in 2022. I mean, you have the ability of zooming in a ton on this type of lens, and I definitely do think when it comes down to it, this is a really good type of sensor. It's not perfect, like I mentioned. I mean, I wish it was a little bit better, but I think for somebody out there who wants to go ahead and just have a camera and just, kind of move on with their life, this is a pretty decent option. Again, it could be worse, and if it had an ultra-wide sensor, that'd be perfect, but this is a very good camera and a much better camera than the iPhone 6s Plus. So now that kind of takes us to the end of the video, and to be completely honest, I definitely do think the iPhone 8 Plus is a way better phone here than really most other iPhones that you can probably look at. But with something like the iPhone 6s Plus, I don't really think it's worth it, to be completely honest. I think the iPhone 8 Plus is a very good sensor and it has a ton of capability for sure. With the 6s Plus, on the other hand, this is a phone that is, not really a good phone anymore. I mean, it's a good phone for what it brought and everything, but I definitely do think in 2022, you should go for an iPhone 8 Plus. This phone is going to be unsupported with software very soon, and it makes a lot more sense to go down this route than go get this phone. If you currently own this phone, then you could keep it for like another couple months and stuff and see how it goes. But I would definitely recommend going up to the iPhone 8 Plus as of this point. So that kind of covers it. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.